Today we're exploring black signature spells in Oathbreaker that we can cast for no mana. Picking one of these as signature spell allows us to cast it the same turn that we cast our Oathbreaker if we want to. This video is just looking at the black options, but check my channel for videos on each color. First, we're going to look at removal spells, and I'm going to go in order of ones that I think are least powerful to most powerful. Contagion is a really goofy one. You may pay 1 life and remove a black card from your hand rather than pay Contagion's mana cost. Distribute 2 -2/-1 counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. Yeah, -2/-1 counters. That's something they have not done in ages. And if this card reminds you of Force of Will, it's actually because Force of Will was part of a cycle. This was the black one in the cycle. Next, we have our Convoke options. Convoke says each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of that creature's color. It'll probably be hard to get these down to 0 mana unless you're doing like a creature token thing, but in the right deck, it is possible. And as a bonus, Convoke can pay for the commander tax too. So even the second time you cast it, it could be totally free. For Soul Spike, you may exile 2 black cards from your hand rather than pay its mana cost. Soul Spike deals 4 damage to any target and you gain 4 life. This would be lower on the list because of that 2 cards thing. That's really rough, but it can hit a planeswalker, and that is particularly good in this format. Sickening Shaw says you may exile a black card with converted mana cost X from your hand rather than pay its mana cost. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. Now we're getting to the really good ones. Force of Despair. If it's not your turn, you may exile a black card from your hand rather than pay its mana cost. Destroy all creatures that entered the battlefield this turn. Snuff Out. If you control a swamp, you may pay 4 life rather than pay its mana cost. Destroy target non-black creature. It can't be regenerated. Also, this card is like $10 now? This is a common, come on. I guess I'm not really that surprised. It is really good. But best of all is Deadly Rolic. If you control a commander, you may cast this spell without paying its mana cost. Exile target creature. No alternate cost, none of that. You just get it for free. For my channel, I've looked through probably 1,000 different Oathbreaker deck lists, and I can tell you that I've seen Deadly Rolic as signature spell probably more than every other card on this list combined. Massacre is also a kill spell. It's more of like a mini board wipe. If an opponent controls a plains and you control a swamp, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. All creatures get -2/-2 till end of turn. So sometimes this can be completely totally free, and sometimes it won't be free at all. Next, we've got 2 discard options. Unmask says you may exile a black card from your hand rather than pay its mana cost. Look at target player's hand and choose a non-land card from it. That player discards it. And Mind Swords. If you control a swamp, you may sacrifice a creature instead of paying its mana cost. Each player exiles 2 cards from their hand from the game. This one does get you too, so just keep that in mind. I really enjoy cards like this, but it's probably not very good. Dark Triumph. If you control a swamp, you may sacrifice a creature instead of paying its mana cost. Creatures you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. Could be good for a token type build. And Ravenous Trap. If an opponent had 3 or more cards put into their graveyard from anywhere this turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the spell's mana cost. Exile all cards from target player's graveyard. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed the video or if it sparked some kind of Oathbreaker deck idea for you. With a channel as small as mine, every single like helps a lot. Here are some more Oathbreaker videos that I think you might like. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you next time.